Twitch and YouTube?
Yes,
Okay.
I think we are live now, but let me check.
Hey everyone.
Yes, we are live. It's
Yes.
it says we are streaming talk, show, and podcast. So we will see.
We are live on Twitter too. Okay.
Yeah, I can see that. So hello everybody, and guys, thank you. Hello Carlos, and thank you guys for. I guess I'm the one to blame for this live stream because I texted you, and you texted Shimon last minute, and Shimon was like, "Yes."
Let's
do it. Yeah, YOLO.
So I guess today we will be doing something different than the last time. The last time we were talking, and judging by the number of viewers hopping on the counter, which is 22 in like a minute, I guess coding is much more interesting than doing what we were doing last time. The pool, the survey. Oskar, you were there or not?
No, I wasn't there. I
so we
just
missed-
took a peek. So, but yeah, we will see if coding is more interesting at the end, because maybe
Yeah.
it won't.
So-
be,
So I know, Oskar, you are lately into bottom tabs, and we work quite often together. But it's been a while since I talked to you, Shimon. So what are you up to, and why are you today? How is the bottom tabs related to your V0 on mobile side project?
Yeah, so hello everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. It's totally random that I'm here today. I was checking Slack notifications today, and Oskar messaged me, "Hey, do you want to join us?" I was like, "Why not? I have some free time tonight, so yeah. Hopefully, I will help and tell something interesting." And yeah, like bottom tabs are an interesting project. Whenever I'm talking with Oskar during various trips, we are discussing various issues and problems related to bottom tabs. This project is really popular and people really love it. And yeah, I didn't integrate it with my side project yet, but hopefully I will add support because like it contains a the same API as the JS tab, so it should be rather easy to integrate.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I mean, I've seen the tweet about the QR code scanning and what you were generating.
Yeah,
and that was pretty cool. Did you make any progress on that, or?
Yeah, I was playing with other UI libs. There is this lib UI component library called React Native Reusables, and it's pretty nice. So yeah, I'll be tweeting soon. Other updates. I'm also working on adding support for other libraries. So to add more native functionalities. To the app, and also multi-screen support with React navigation, so you will be able to jump between screens.
Oh, so you're showing the React Native reusables.
Yeah, Mike, I think we lost your audio, or
You didn't lose me. I just muted myself.
Oh, so okay.
I mean, okay, that is pretty cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know. I'm actually building new website with Astro and Shatsian, and I didn't know there was. I mean, I was hoping there was something like that for mobile. So is that? Yeah, pretty cool. Nice.
Yeah.
So, but that is not what we're going to talk about today, right? This is what we can talk about on the next live stream. And maybe on the next live stream, if there is enough people interested, Shimon, you can do a deep dive into how is this thing working, because believe me, people were actually messaging me and some are interested how is this working. So maybe next time.
We'll see.
Okay, so today, Oskar, today is your project is on the spotlight, right?
Yeah, that's true. So like I can give you a quick introduction to what the project is about, because some people maybe don't know. So if you could make my screen visible.
Oh yeah. Let's go.
Okay. So yeah, the project is inside of ColdStack Incubator, and it's called React Native Bottom Tabs. And the name might be not the best name, but naming is hard. And I will tell you why it's not the best. So if you go,
I mean, you have very good keywords right there, right? This is the golden pattern. React Native something.
Yeah, that's true. But I think I should remove bottom, but it's already too late. So if you go into where was it? Yeah, introduction. No, it's here. Okay. So if you go into the difference between JavaScript tabs and native tabs, you can see that like on iOS and Android it's on the bottom, but on iPad it's on the top. On VisionOS it's on the left. On tvOS it's also on the left, and on macOS it's on the top. On older versions of the system, and it's on the left. I think from macOS 15. So yeah, like the name isn't the best one, but yeah, it's already too late. Like every package is released with this name, and it's also matching what React Navigation is doing. So like the goal behind, the ultimate goal behind this project was to make it a drag and drop, drag and replace kind of solution that you can replace React Navigation / bottom tabs with. So the API is very similar. Obviously, there are some limitations, and one of the main ones is that you cannot use a React element as the tab bar icon. You have to supply some kind of a resource. For example, a PNG or an SVG recently have been added. So like you cannot render everything inside of here because this is a native component, and native components have this limitation that you can only pass children to it by children, the children prop, not by some kind of other prop, as you can for like JavaScript components. And it's also not possible on the native side to render something else than just an icon and a title here. But yeah, like some of the benefits is that, for example, animations are handled by the system. And I've made a pretty big progress today and on Friday as I'm working on a refactor of bottom tabs on Android, and I can give you a quick look at the new feature, which is that now bottom tabs. Okay, can you see this? Yes, you can.
Yes.
So now bottom tabs will be driven, like the view changes will be driven natively. So before, like the currently released version, does the view changes in JavaScript. So it triggers like z index and then opacity to change between views. And the current prototype that I have is using view pager, which can, trigger between views on the native side, make it more efficient. And also, as you can see here, there is a navigation defined by the material free spec, and moving the view transition to be on the native side allows us to use the native transition between views.
So I guess that kind of answers this question I had waiting for the end of your explanation, whether you support animation. We just seen it, right? So
yes,
that one is
animations will be supported in the next version. If everything goes well, it should be released. I don't know where we have it planned, but I think for the end of this week. So yeah, fingers crossed as it will went well and we'll have this new version. But it looks pretty cool with the animations.
Yeah, this is super smooth actually. I mean, every time I would do the tabs, like for me, the tab layout is pretty, I would say, the go-to layout. I don't know what's the latest on the best practices, but I remember back in the day, there used to be this attitude that you try to show as much as you can on the screen. without the hamburger icon, and I always go with the tabs. And I cannot say that I was like 100% satisfied with the way it's been working up to this day. So this is super smooth, and the animations with the icons and just the way it works is pretty cool. I had to quickly go out when you were doing the demo. Did you show us the sort of integration with the like? What if I have some stacks inside? I guess this is pretty common for me to put stack per each tab and then keep pushing things.
Yeah, so like this should work as JavaScript bottom tabs, and so JavaScript bottom tabs implement headers.
Yeah.
They implement JavaScript headers, and this is something that's not yet implemented in this library, since like most of the usages of headers use like embed stack navigators anyway, as you mentioned. So this has been my like recommended solution for people to actually just embed native stack inside of one of the tabs or even inside of every tab. And the integration with React Native screens is working pretty well. So,
Nice.
so yeah, this is like been tested for every release, whether it's working with React Native screens. So yeah, for now you can just embed native stack for each tab, but at the end, I was thinking about creating an integration with React Native screens, so like you don't have to embed native stack if you don't need to navigate inside of this tab. So you will get a header, but you won't have to, for example, in Expo Router, where you have file system routing, you have to do some additional folders to actually have this embedded inside of the tab. So it's some additional work that I'm planning to remove in the future.
Just curious, how like, and this is actually the question that Burak also asked. I'm curious about integration with React Navigation. Like from the low-level perspective, I'm going to be very honest. The surface area between the relationship between React Navigation, React Native screens was always kind of a magical piece for me, the way they work and how they were able to achieve all that magical native animation. And so, since you have added React Navigation integration, I guess you can tell us a bit more about like how hard was it, and on like on a very general level, like how is that even possible if I were to build, I don't know, my own stack or something like that.
Okay, sure. So like React Navigation allows you to create your own, your own navigator. So you have this whole API documented on how to create custom navigators, and it's like very well documented. The types are a little bit verbose, I would say. It's a lot of passing in options, but I guess like it's required for React Navigation to work properly. And yeah, I think they even export a predefined default, let's say, to implement a custom bottom tab navigation. So like the way it works currently is that I have a separate package. So as you can see inside of the repo, we have two packages. One is called React Native bottom tabs and one is called React Navigation. And it's not a React Navigation clone, it's just like the prefix. So it's the integration for bottom tabs. And as you can see, like there is, so it's pretty familiar if you already know React Navigation. There is create bottom tabs, create bottom tab navigator, and I've called it create native bottom tab navigator. Same as create stack navigator and create native stack navigator is implemented. And so there, this is just following the documentation of creating your own navigator. I would say like the hardest thing was to actually stick with the options. So my goal was to have a parity of props. And this isn't easy when there are people contributing to the project. And at some point, some props are not overlapping. So I will probably do a breaking change at some point in the future to like bring us back to how JavaScript bottom tabs have their props. So like obviously, for example, there are a lot of style props, as you can see, like tab bar patch style. And this is like impossible to recreate natively. Like this dot is just created by the system and it's styled by Apple, and you cannot influence it by like creating a custom style. So some props are not possible to be ported, but I'm trying to do my best and keep as many as possible to be the same across those two packages. So yeah, we have some work to do to make it fully go in parity, but now it's this was the hardest thing for me at least.
Yeah, but still, like the adding a compatibility layer in like two files, it's pretty awesome. And like Rec Navigation is the most popular navigation solution. And when we were discussing some time ago, for me as a user, as an app developer, it was a must to just drop in and put native bottom tabs. And maybe not all props are recreated, but the majority of them and most important ones are there. So yeah, that's really, really cool.
Yeah, so like looking at this example, as I don't have the example of the new static API, but as you can see, like there is create bottom tab navigator, and we define some screens inside of here. So you're probably already familiar with this. And if you go to bottom tabs, you can see it's like create native bottom tab navigator, and then everything is the same. So I actually recorded a video about migration, and the biggest change is just to add native here and then change the icons. So
biggest.
Yeah, so this was the goal, to have it as the least changes possible, and you get native primitives. So I think it's also like worth mentioning here is that when you use native primitives, so here we have the material components, bottom navigation from Google, like the Google developers spend a lot of time trying to make this component work the way it works, to don't have bugs, and to support the best accessibility features possible. And the same on on iOS side. Apple is working constantly and updating the bottom tabs to work the best across all the systems and system versions. So like using JavaScript bottom tabs versus native bottom tabs is not just the looks, but it's also like tons of hours of development from Apple and from Google that you get inside of your app, which I think is like a no-brainer.
I always wondered, especially every time we would discuss Flutter, I always wondered about this. I mean, it is easy. Like I remember, I don't know. I mean, if we were to go, like travel back in time, let's see. I'm jumping back and forth so many screens, but let's see if I can share this screen. If we were to travel back in time, I remember, there used to be like, honestly, I have no idea how do we even travel back in time, but maybe if we go through releases, like the very first React navigation or like navigation experimental or whatever was there back in the day, it was like Jesus Christ, it's gonna take like forever. I'm not sure.
Maybe
Yeah, I think
maybe
you
you
can
can edit
drop a
a query
branch.
parameter
Oh,
or a branch. Yeah.
thank God is the tag name, not the hash. So, but we have to be very specific. Let's say 25.0, maybe. Wow.
Nice.
Okay, that is interesting. So, I think if we check this one, I remember there is no view source. Oh, there is. I remember the React navigation that we had there was, everything was hard coded. Like the animations were in the JavaScript, and I remember there was interpolation, and there was some clever math that was trying to reverse engineer how the animation was happening. It was okay-ish. I wish we had Eric Vicente here on the call, because he was like the navigation guy from the very early days, and that was okay-ish. But I always wondered, okay, especially if you guys remember, there was the change in the iOS layouts with the big title. I think around iPhone something after X, and everybody had to update unless you had native navigation. And I think that was the time where React navigation people were like, yeah, we have it already, because we already switched to native stuff.
Yeah.
I'll try to find it actually, because it's interesting. It reminds me of the past, like navigation. Shimon, do you even remember this stuff? Like,
No, man, like my first React Native version I used was like 65 or something.
really?
So
Oh my god!
yeah.
I mean,
So
that is
yeah.
exciting and scary at the same time, because like the time passing by. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
it is crazy.
Yeah.
But see, if we do navigation animated view, I hope
But
it's
it
here. I don't want to spend like half an hour looking for that.
yeah,
But
we are checking your memory right now.
I don't know. Apply animation, navigation scene reducer. I don't know. Like, honestly, there is something here. Maybe it was just a very simple animation. I don't know. It's going to be hard to find, but you have to trust me. It was there somewhere, and you can see it was Redux with the actions. So it was pretty noble. Okay, I'm going to give it back to Oskar now. I'll stop it.
And also one thing that I saw when looking at the React Native repo structure, that a lot of things changed, like whole the monorepo conversion and a lot of like examples. Like this repo looks totally different back then
Yeah.
versus now.
The only thing I guess that is still the same after all these years is this header. You know, this one, and
Yeah.
maybe no.
Yeah.
No, I think
Same.
might not be the case anymore. Yeah, but you know what? If we are talking about old stuff, do you guys remember ReasonML?
No, I haven't used it.
You haven't used it?
You are asking very hard questions today.
So I used to do it in like 5 years ago. I love OCaml, by the way. And anyway, my point is that there was somebody reached out to me like 2 days ago, asking if I think this is a good topic for React Universe Conf. And they said they have a talk about ReasonML and React Native. And I'm like, wow.
Nice.
After like 4 years, 5 years, I hear this again. I'm like so excited for this one. But anyway, that was, Oskar, a scheduled break to give you some time to breathe after sharing your screen, but the time is over. So what are we here going to do today? You told me we are going to triage the issues, but we never triaged stuff together. So you tell us how we work, and we are here to help, and maybe people on the chat request something, and then we will have to code it. We'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, we will see. So yeah, like my idea for today was to just take a look at those issues, as I've been like focusing on the refactor. I haven't been looking at the issues recently, so I think we can try to pick something and like show our viewers like how do we do it normally.
I would love to see you doing this in your editor, because you are the crazy person.
Yeah, that editor. Yeah.
Okay, I can
And also
start.
your AI setup, because when I asked you if you use Cursor, you said no, but I used, and here is some random Vim plugin,
Yeah.
which is pretty good.
Oh yeah, Burak is here. Shout out to Burak for helping me with
Is
my
he a
Vim
Vim
setup.
user as well?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I
Absolutely.
feel committed to next live stream. Can you guys, on the next live stream, can you teach me how to use Vim? Like, I will share my screen, and I'm a complete noob. If you can teach me and make me more or less productive in during the stream, I promise I'll stick to it.
Yeah, like 12
Okay.
hours stream.
Okay.
No, no. If we
I mean,
don't write the config,
Burak says yes. So
yeah, we can try
maybe
that with Burak. All right.
that is.
Okay, so yeah, let's start with this one. I think this seems pretty easy. So like normally how I would approach this is add some labels. So if you open issues, I think you can add labels by yourself. So adding them is really helpful. And then we can go through the summary and check out what's going on in here.
It's a very it's my favorite type of issue, which is some random Gradle failure.
Yeah, and there is no reproducible example.
Yeah, isn't this one like missing the actual error? I think the error might have been before this message,
Yeah,
as far as I remember.
that's true. Okay. Yeah,
So
I can try to,
Yeah.
run this command.
Yeah.
there is something sexy about your Vim config, and I believe this is not just the colors, but also the tint. Like, Shimon, do you see this is like slightly muted? Like the colors
It is.
are
Yeah.
It is. I'm also a fan of your setup because you're using Ghosty, and I also switched recently to Ghosty, which is
as far as I can see, maybe using Vim as a keyword in our live stream is going to be more engagement friendly than talking about bottom tabs, because I can see
Everyone is commenting about Vim, not about bottom tabs.
yeah, like next comments will be like Vim versus you put there is this very
plugins
old,
you use.
there is this very old meme I've heard somewhere, which is it was a meme which was a how to use Emacs. The guy was asking the question online how to use Emacs, and the answer he got was don't. That's it.
No.
So as you can see, not too helpful.
Bold statement.
Okay. I'm actually not too familiar with EAS, and it shows an error when I run this command. So maybe I will ask this person for a reproduction, and we can move to the next one.
Last thing
Or
that
do you know?
I would try is using that latest with like npx EAS that latest.
Okay.
In your
let's
Yeah,
command
try
I
that.
found the repo in the meantime as well. I hope
Yeah.
mine not go down.
Not this time.
Yeah, could not determine an executable to run.
By the way, Oskar, what is your terminal? It's not the iOS terminal as well, I suppose.
It's ghosty.
How is it? How is it compared to the? Yeah, like you have like basically you don't have any stock applications. Like even the browser, I see.
Yes, that's true.
Oskar,
So
you gotta install globally ES CLI. SNJ command.
yeah, so let me go over ghosty. So like has been released, I think, in December, and the benchmarks show that it's really fast. And before that, I've been using Western, which is also really fast. And it matters because like in Vim, when you do anything, it relayouts the whole screen each time. So the terminal has to be fast. So, so it can relay out quickly. So when you scroll, it actually like redraws it. So that's when I saw like the biggest improvements of actually, switching terminals from the stock one, which is like really slow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's why I use.
Have you used this AI? What is the name of this AI powered one? It starts with W.
Warp. I don't know how to
Warp?
pronounce it in English.
Yes.
Yeah.
This might be bad for Vim, but maybe not for Vim use cases.
Yes, I think it's
I
not the best
mean,
one, as it
if
takes
you know all the
control over
commands,
the
which I'm
prompt.
sure you do, maybe it's just not for
Okay,
you.
yeah.
I'm
Let's skip
also
this one.
I'm also a fan of Ghosty because of the story, because like the creator of Ghosty is like I think co-founder of HashiCorp, and yeah, the story is that he was annoyed with the state of terminals, and after like leaving HashiCorp or whatever, he just in his free time started developing it, and after 2 years, he did publish it, and he was like sharing his story and the bugs and all kind of things that he stumbled on while developing it. And yeah, it's nice. It's a nice story.
Burak, they say VARP is Rust-based terminal. So unless they render Electron under Rust layer, it is a native one.
Okay. So this one is sorted. I asked for a reproducible example. And yeah, if you open a new issue, it's helpful to provide at least a little example on how to reproduce it. And also this command is not working, so probably I have to go over the documentation of EAS and set it up. So yeah, let's move on. Which one do you want to pick? Maybe let's do it this way.
Maybe close your eyes and you will like randomly select.
Yeah, maybe that's okay. I will do it. Okay. Yeah, this is opened by me.
This is how maintainers solve this. No, and I think we can go from the top of the list.
Okay. Extra vertical padding. Yeah, this is interesting. Okay. So when the app is first launched, it has an extra padding. When the app is is foregrounded and go back to, padding goes away. Okay. And
So
I
I
think
think
it's related to this 3 dots, like 3 balance.
isn't I mean you mean the bottom tabs, the actual bottom tabs.
Yeah.
The system bottom tabs.
Yeah, because I saw your mouse on the actual just whatever.
Yes, this one. So I've changed it in the settings because I've been using the gesture navigation, which I think is nicer. It's like on iOS. But yeah, okay, let's go with the 3 buttons at the bottom, and when the app is first launched, it has an extra padding.
Wow, I'm just using this AI terminal now, and it's automatically suggesting the branches. Pretty sick.
Nice.
I can now totally stop using Git.
Maybe you can just manually Oskar kill the app and open it.
Yeah,
So,
I think I will create like I have an Expo app here that's using bottom tabs, and I think I will just build this one and use it because the bottom tabs example has this list of examples before you actually see the example, and I don't see this happening. Like it's normal when I go, from the list, but maybe it only happens when you go from the code app inside of the bottom tabs immediately. So
so yeah, it's the first thing you see.
okay, let me run Expo pre-build.
I will try to run it as well on the side. Let's see what's the getting started experience like.
Oh, that would be cool.
For now, I'm stuck in the rabbit hole of running yarn.
Mm.
So if I freeze on screen, that's because I'm downloading stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I think we don't need CocoaPods. Okay. And I think somebody on the chat asked that they have, Theo. He has a perfect NeoVim setup for TypeScript, C++, and Swift, but Android and Kotlin is meh. And yeah, that's my experience too. I use Android Studio.
I mean, is it actually good? Like, is Swift support good for NeoVim? Because my problem with Cursor is I have to keep switching to Xcode. I haven't found anything as good as Xcode for like end-to-end experience.
Yeah, like I would say, so I have like Swift set up for NeoVim, but I still use Xcode as it has like more options. You can build the app. I know there is a plugin for NeoVim to build the app, but yeah, you have to run a command that actually generates the config and then you can use it. So I'm sometimes too lazy to actually run the command and I just use Xcode. So yeah, it's not ideal, but it's definitely a lot better than the Android development, because I don't know if it's possible even to set it up in something other than Android Studio.
Yeah, but by the way, I think your contribution guidelines are broken, because I just run yarn example iOS and it says no example.
Oh yeah,
it's very likely. It's like always gets outdated.
Yeah, haven't been updated since I've migrated to a monorepo.
So I'm going my PR, even though I'm not a huge fan of yarn these days. I'll try to get myself up to speed.
Yeah, I have to replace yarn. Like, I'm using yarn now, but I want to replace it with something else, maybe PNPM.
I've been using Ban, which is pretty cool. But the problem with Ban I have is that if you are shipping a library that is not being consumed by Ban, you may have some not really fun to debug inconsistencies. And my favorite one, and thanks to Satya, I realized what was going on, was the default exports. The default ES module exports and the CommonJS interop double wrapping. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, I'm sorry, because that means you spent so much time of your life trying to debug it.
Yeah, I can see it's very outdated. So yeah, probably this should be updated.
The contribution guide?
Yeah.
I can just ask Cursor to update it given the file structure. Low effort contributions. I'm just going to ask AI to fix this contribution guides.
I can show you my AI inside of NeoVim.
But actually,
so
where is it? Because I was actually writing the same, but fix and update the contribution guide given current structure right now. An example iOS does not work. Okay, I'm running mine, but meanwhile we can have a look at yours.
Okay, so it doesn't have the access to the directories, but fix and update the contributor guide to use packages / example as the root of the example app, and also like the apps example, and this is the new name.
Yarn workspace example start. Let's see.
Project.
And what model does it under the hood?
This one, this uses cloud.
Okay.
Oh, now I know what's the command. Yarn workspace React Native bottom tab example.
Okay. and it generated. So as you can see, I have a diff that I can now apply.
Nice.
Did it actually? So look, I can also show you what's going on my side. But first, I have to switch the screen. This is crazy because I have it squeezed. So I asked it, first of all, I asked it to fix and update the contribution guidelines given current structure, and it listed the directories. And then it did some stuff, like it did change the things. It was obviously quite broken, but then the terminal suggested the command should be this one. So now when I go and I run this one, let's see, because I'm always running from VS Code. Where is it? Yarn workspace React Native bottom tabs example. Very nice name. Android. Nice. It is working. So
Nice.
Yeah, I have also
if I say
expo, but it's
check out a new branch and push it as readme commit. If it's going to actually dogs update, okay, run it.
Nice.
Run.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, we can just nice.
pretty cool.
And can I even push it? I can push it because it's in the incubator. Okay, done. I can go home.
You can command click on the link. And
I do. Where is it? Where is the link?
it should be in a git push output.
Yeah, I mean, before we see it, I actually have to say that I did not even look at the changes.
Yeah, exactly.
So I will now do it, and and then I will send an update in the meantime.
Okay, my app finally built. So yeah, somebody asked who is sharing, so now I'm sharing the screen, and we try to reproduce this issue. So when you launch the app, there is some extra vertical padding added on to the bottom tabs as shown here. And I'm pretty sure this will be fixed by my big refactor. But yeah, let's see if we can even reproduce this, or my simulator won't work. Come on. Let's try to rerun it. Okay, you're on start. So yeah, I also use Tmax for anyone who is interested, and I think like everyone should use it. So I can show you what Tmax is, and maybe you will switch. So it's not even related to Vim or anything. It's just something that you can use inside of your terminal. So yeah, let's now launch a different terminal. It's, as you can see, Western, and let's make it bigger. So what Tmax does, it is a terminal multiplexer. So instead of using built-in tabs, I can now just run Tmax A, which means attach. And if I go to, okay, I have 2 sessions, it looks like.
I love that Oskar is filling the gaps while we are waiting for the build with like advertising team and content.
This is a strategy. This is a sneaky strategy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not working, so I'm waiting for. Oh man, how many sessions do I have? Okay, yeah. Okay, so now as you can see, I have a totally like different terminal window. And if I move in this terminal window, the other one also moves. Yeah, Tmax is open source project, so it's not sponsored. But like what it allows me to do is to, for example, have multiple terminals running inside of one. So as you can see here, I have like a split between NeoVim and my terminal, but let's say we have just a different terminal. Let me quit this one. Okay, and like you have your normal terminal, you run, let's say yarn start, and then you can, using a keybind, split the terminal in half. And I don't know, here you can run ls and go to a different directory, and then you can split again, and you can have multiple sessions. So it can do a lot. So I highly recommend you to check out Tmax, and it also like makes your terminal switching very simple. So like when I switched to a different terminal, Ghosty, I just had to update a really small config because everything was inside of my Tmax config. So yeah, I recommend you guys to check it out. Even if you don't use NeoVim and only, you can also use it inside of VS Code in the terminal. But yeah, why isn't this working?
Did you actually schedule the build? Because like I'm looking at your.
Did I do what?
Did you actually schedule the build for
Yes,
Android?
yes. It's installed successfully.
Okay, and
Meanwhile,
there's
I'm going to open a pull request. So
Yeah,
where's your
process.
packager? Where's
Oh,
your
yeah.
packager?
Okay. Something happened. Okay, packager is here.
Oh, okay. Maybe you need to reverse the ports. Reload. Oh. Actually, it's connected.
Recoding. Yeah, everything on live stream is not working as it should. Okay.
Maybe you can
If
try
I'm-
with like reset cache or -c,
Yeah.
but
Am I building the correct app? Because it looks like, yeah,
See,
I'm using development build now. It was
you're
an
missing
expo.
you're missing the latest getting started commands.
Oh yeah, now it's
it bundled.
okay.
Yeah, nice.
Yes, it works.
It works, but the issue is not reproduced, right?
Yes, it's not.
Well, that means it's fixed, isn't it?
If
Yeah.
it would be this
No
simple.
reproduction.
Maybe there are some props that.
Why is it when I open this, it's okay? When I open this with A from the Expo CLI, it works, but there is no reproduction. So maybe I have to do like a release build. Yeah, and Burak suggested maybe it's only on the
Yeah, I was
old
going to
architecture.
ask, would you suggest doing the new architecture? I'm just setting it up right now. I wonder if we should.
Yeah, I think so.
It doesn't actually work for me right now. It says invalid pod file, undefined method, apply modular headers for Swift for an instance of a pod file. Have you seen that one?
Oh, yes. So you're running iOS, right?
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Yes, so you should... Yeah, I have this custom plugin that I'm actually writing a blog post about, and this should
now it's making sense. Okay, how do I install it?
Yeah, that's a good question. How to install it? I don't remember. Okay.
But I have to respect the fact you named this plugin in a way that it looks like it's coming from the React Native core. Very good name. Names on the spot.
Thank you. Okay, so you have to do gem install and CocoaPod Swift module headers. And like this should work, right? Yes.
Shouldn't you have it in the gem file in the project?
Yeah, I should, but React Native test app, which I'm using to actually test, generate the test. It's not using a gem file. So yeah, this is
Could not find Coca Swift modular.
Modular, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is an inconvenience of React Native test app that it doesn't use gem file, which I recommend to use inside of the README of the CocoaPods plugin. So yeah, if you haven't seen that one, there will be a blog post, I think, coming this week, right?
Yes. Oskar, now you have to fix this as well. I mean, you don't. But this is the
Maybe
worst.
you can share the screen.
I mean, I
Yeah.
have the worst. I have the worst type of a problem. I think what we have to change for the next live stream is we have to label the screen name, because it's second question this time who's sharing, and it's Oskar.
Yeah.
But we will change to me, and I will show you this problem. I mean, this is the weirdest and most annoying problem you can have, which is you don't have permissions, which means my setup is fundamentally broken, I guess.
Oh, but you're running it from VS Code terminal, and this is the one that you're using on a daily basis?
Yeah. It's like
Oh, really?
run with sudo, but you know how this ends. Maybe.
Yeah.
Just run it with sudo.
Yeah.
Don't worry. You can
Our stream if like our stream finished right now, you know what happened.
I mean, this is very bad. Oh,
I don't know why. Probably because you have you're using the built-in.
no, it's maybe somebody on the stream has an idea, but those permission issues are always like asking for trouble.
Yeah, but you were using.
Okay. So now if I do, are we in the iOS folder? Where are we?
You should. Okay, yeah, you can just.
I'm trying to type on this new keyboard, so it is because oh, I think should be
Bundle exec.
Exactly.
Pods. Just pod.
No.
Okay, I will debug this async, and now I will let you share the screen again.
Yes, exactly as Burak said. It's because you're using like the system Ruby installation, which comes with macOS.
So should I do it with the homebrew?
You can use
multiple options.
Yeah, RVM, or I switch to RB InV.
Yeah, you can use install new Ruby with homebrew.
Okay, I'll do it.
Because you're using like a very old version.
Could be. This is a very, very not to brag, but it's a new laptop. So
you're using like version 2.6, which comes with macOS, and I'm using like 3.2.
Yeah, I'm installing 3.4 now. So that's great. Thank you.
Okay, so let's try going
Oskar,
back
also,
to this.
I've checked the issue, the one that we are debugging, and the reporter sent a repo. And so
there's a repo. Okay.
Yeah. I've sent you in a chat.
So we have to fix that one because he did really go an extra mile.
Yeah, it's a Pacman app. So
yes, Paceman.
Paceman, sorry, Pacman.
Okay,
it's already in the
try
app
this.
store.
Yeah, it's in the App Store.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, is it in the App Store with? I don't know, with the native button tabs or not. I hope we can run it, like without any
variables
or anything.
Yeah.
So can you try to run it, and I will try to do a release build of this one.
Yeah, I can run
if
it.
it works, then we can switch to the other one.
This is different sound. Now we know who's typing. That's Shimon.
Yeah, I also switched to.
Like you're smashing those keys right now.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people says to me that I'm really hard typing, and when I'm typing, like horror room is like listening to what I'm typing.
I still need to change the. I think I need to install RBN.
Yeah.
Yeah. With
Yeah,
RBN,
so
you
this
can switch
version of
seamlessly.
button tabs has this annoying issue that it blinks the tabs, like the tab label, but I fixed this in the latest version that's not yet released. So hopefully we
If I
can.
recall correctly, it was an issue in native library, right?
Yes, it was in material components from Google. So just an update fixed this, and I thought it's something about my implementation, but thankfully it wasn't. Okay, let's see, it's building. Yeah. So if not this one, we'll find an issue that we can actually fix, or maybe we'll just go through them.
Yeah.
If not, we can ship the feature.
Maybe.
Well, I remember, once we had issue triaging in React Native. It was like maybe 500 or 600 issues or something like that, and the goal was to cut it maybe by half. I remember there was like 20 or 40 people split into teams. Pretty cool stuff. So that one I would say is pretty light triage.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, so I think once we have this app built, we should be also able to check this issue, which I haven't seen when I built the app myself, but it's flickering and disappearing on initial render apparently. So there was also somebody that said something about the labels flicking, which it is fixed on main. So this one is okay, but I would say that bottom tabs disappearing on first mount is a pretty severe issue. So I hope it's something maybe in the configuration. So somebody is using a custom tab label style. So maybe it's something related when you have a custom styling. On initial render, the tabs labels appear briefly. As soon as the icons load, the labels disappear. Only icons remain visible in the tab bar. This only happens on Android. Explicit tabular label props, screen options, preloading icons, custom tab bar styling. None of these approaches resolve the issue. Note that I've seen this issue since I started to use the package a couple months ago, so I guess it's a running issue, not something recently introduced. It works in a very simple app, but whenever you have a more complex layout with extra router, it seems to break, but unsure that if that's the reason. Oh, and it's running new architecture, so this is probably crucial. And yeah, and the reproducer said that installing React Native edge to edge, and now I remember this, fixed the issue. This is even weirder stuff, that installing another package fixes the issue. It's not this one.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm making
now I can
progress.
see the
My Ruby version is correctly set now.
Nice.
Look, I've been able to reproduce this.
Oh, and it's only on release.
Yes. Oh man, that looks really bad. Okay. Let's try my
And
branch.
does it fix on the second entry on the app? So when you move up to foreground, make
Yeah, I will try to move it to foreground, to background. Oh, no.
maybe move it to foreground, move to the another app, like yeah, and
No. Like, what's, what is this? Interesting. Okay, so I think this is a different issue. But it's all about, I think, measuring. So something I've been fixing with the yeah, so like Burak, there is a like integration of bottom tabs with React Native edge to edge. So the measuring is then working differently. But yeah, this is similar to this one a little, and also so these look like they're almost related. So this is showing something, but this is not. Okay, interesting. So
Interesting.
let me try to do a release, a local release. So for this, I use Yalk, which is a like really cool project. I can show you. Yeah, it's this one. So it's like a better yarn link. So yeah, let me go to the package and use Yalk release. Oh, how was it? Yalk publish. Okay, and bottom tab 078 was published. Oh, it shouldn't be on main. I should be on the refactor branch. Okay. Now let's do Yalk add React Native bottom tabs.
also it's instant, like publishing. It's pretty much instant. And installing also.
Local.
Yeah. But I had
And
some
now,
experience.
as you can see, it's pointing to a Yalk file. So this means it's now using the released version. So like it creates a local repository, and now we have it's like a simple Vertaccio, I would say. Yeah, Burak is also using Yalk. Yalk is really, really cool. Okay, so now we can do a Gradle sync. Right, it should be enough, and rebuild the app to see if the refactor fixes the issues. Okay.
This is how the life of maintainer of React Native looks like, because like me, I'm waiting for the build, Oskar is waiting for the build, Mike is fighting with the build. So like if the build would be instant and there was no issues with builds, like we would fix so much more.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty good comment, Shimon, that we are all stuck with like some right. It's funny, like this never changes. It's always constant. No matter what
see,
you
see on Oscar screens right now, like
Yeah.
do. That's always like the you know what the scary part is, the every time I like, for example, the fast IO, if I don't touch it for like 2 weeks and then I come back, I'm genuinely scared of running because I'm 90% sure something will just break. Just like that. Like to me,
Yeah.
native build issues are like you never know if it's gonna happen. So now my Ruby version fails with some exception that I haven't seen ever, and
Ooh.
there is zero information behind that exception. It's not even related to React Native. So I'm downgrading to free from 3.4.1. Maybe that's why. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I have to use
I'm on
texture.
I'm on 2.7.5. It works for me.
I don't know, man. It's to be honest, like, see, all I wanted to do is to send a pull request.
Yeah.
Yeah, the viewers get the actual experience of being a maintainer.
That's pretty cool.
It's
I mean, at least we're not wasting our time. We are gonna at least solve a few issues, which is great. But in case this doesn't work, I do have a backup of a few other projects. We can do a issue triaging or PR reviews, so we're good.
Yeah.
yeah. I just realized that my refactor only touched old architecture for now, so that's why it wasn't working. So
Oh.
I will work on new architecture tomorrow. We can test if this solves the issue on old architecture, but also I should test whether the issue even happens on old architecture.
Okay.
But yeah, let's see.
And out of your experience, how many issues are coming from new architecture or old architecture for bottom tabs?
I would say it's like a 50-50, more, maybe more on the old architecture, since like the way I've been trying to structure everything inside of the code base is as much reusability across architectures as possible, since
Nice.
it's just the integration layer with React Native. So yeah, it's like using the same components and same classes. So whenever something happens, it should happen on two architectures. But for example, view measuring, so like shadow nodes are different. So new architecture requires you to implement them in C++. And yeah, as Burak said, it adds a lot of work for maintainers. Oh, okay.
By the way, what
There's
Ruby
no
version,
bottom tabs.
what Ruby version you guys are using?
275.
3.2.2, and I think it's the one that has a pre-built version.
3.3.3 doesn't work, and 3.4.4.2 doesn't work either.
What error do you have?
Different one than previously. So this one, the error I have is
With
unable to satisfy the following requirement. Jam, Molini, Leo, version conflict.
Do you have maybe a Ruby version file in
No, I'm just using Ruby. See, what's interesting is this is crazy because this is pulling gem files from 3.4.0 and my Ruby version is actually 3.3.3. So I guess I'll keep debugging. I guess I have to clean this up.
Yeah, or maybe restart. Yeah.
yes.
This is never ending.
Never ending story.
3.4.1.
Okay.
I will just remove this folder. It will probably break some stuff.
Yeah.
So what happened in the?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What happened in the meantime that we didn't see bottom tabs? Didn't you like add them in code or?
No, like my refactored version is not working. Release.
Okay.
Like it's like a work in progress branch.
Of course.
So I just wanted to try it. So now I'm trying to build the debug and check what's going on. We will see. But yeah, that's interesting. If this doesn't work, I will go back to the currently released version and check whether old/new architecture does something, like whether it's only on new architecture or only on old architecture, and then we will see. So yeah, as Burak mentioned, it's a lot of work now to maintain both architectures. I can't wait for the day that we can actually drop old architecture and just focus on one.
I mean, it's totally up to you.
Yeah.
It's up to me, but then like most people won't use the library because
Yeah.
there's
So,
only
by the
one.
way, I should have never deleted that folder
Why?
because now, even though I have Coca-Pods installed running pod command, it's a mess. It's like it's not like I deleted node modules, so not good. Not good.
Yeah, you should have
I
one
know,
version.
because it's using Ruby. Okay, so here is the deal. I have installed Ruby via Homebrew beforehand, and the RBN version is
It's
using that one. So I have to uninstall the brew
yeah.
version.
You can also use where Ruby in terminal to check which one is used.
Yeah, the right one. But
Okay.
the pod file, the Coca pods.
Yeah, interesting. Doesn't work. So I have to take a look tomorrow on why this doesn't work.
It's debug, right?
Yeah,
Right
it's
now.
debug. So at least it's it's consistent. It doesn't work on release and debug. Okay, so I will now try to change the version. I think 0.7.8 and run like the currently released one on old architecture and check how it looks.
Did you think of making like automations and like visual regression testing for bottom tabs? Because like this kind of things could be checked on the PR level. So when, for example, on release there is no bottom tab is visible, you would see it.
Yeah, that's true. I should probably do something like this. I want to do one end-to-end test in the repo that runs on every PR. So this could be also in the visual testing could be integrated there. I think I was using npm, not yarn here. That's why it takes. Yeah, I was using npm.
Oh.
Okay, so we have 236 people, right? Or
Yes. I'm just going fucking crazy here. Honestly, I think I don't know. I hate those issues.
Barak, do it so we can steal them and add to the pop CI. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Now we should run in old architecture, in debug.
Yeah, so
what are you guys doing? So
Struggling.
We are basically struggling with running the example app, but we are trying to fix this issue inside of one of our open source library, which is React Native bottom tabs. And yeah, it's building. So we are waiting for build, and it's failing. Nice. Why is it?
So I see. I mean, that's somewhat relaxing to me because I'm not the only one to have this problem. Oh shit. Oskar, do you remember out of your mind the name of this gem install header stuff? Because I forgot it. Coca-Pods modular header.
If author doesn't
Swift
remember that,
okay, wait a sec.
Modulo headers.
That's why maybe nobody sent a PR so far.
yeah.
Yeah, some people send a PR, but it was before the before the refactor of the whole repository. So yeah, like I will add it to the list of things to do and fix the instructions on how to run the example app, as it's important. Okay. No, why Expo Go? I want to use development build. Pre and press S, okay. Yeah, interesting. Now it's like everything is broken. I would just remove node modules.
Yeah, you can also use the command from one of our colleagues from Coast, like git, it was git clean
XDF.
EF XDF. It's just if you struggle with some build issues, it's the best command to run.
Okay, and I want old architecture, new arc enabled false. Okay.
Yes, it works.
Nice.
Yes. Okay, so here is for the future self and everybody. Shimon, using RBN was a mistake. What I should have done from the very beginning is very simple. Install Ruby through Homebrew, put it into the path, and use gem install, and that's it. With RBN, the problem was I was using Ruby that was, I don't know, 3.3, but the gem file was from the system. So even though I was trying to install something with gem, it was using the system version and the permission issue was there, and then the Ruby did not see that. Now everything is beautiful, and I have the new architecture enabled, so now I will try running this. And by the way, this terminal is perfect because not only I was able to just ask for some issues, but also I was just able to start talking free text. So basically I asked in the terminal, how do I change the gem to use the Ruby version from the Homebrew instantly? Actually, 3 commands executed at the go. Seems like that might be my new favorite terminal, to be honest. Pretty cool. So now let's see if I can run this.
Yeah. Also, there is a comment from Burak that the environment managers doesn't work for him. I don't know. Maybe I'm always on the success path.
Yeah, sounds like Burak. I need you to be pair programming with me all the time because every issue I struggle with, you are like he's just like silently commenting in the chat. Yes,
Yeah.
never worked
Right
for me.
there.
Do this, do that. Yeah, nice.
Okay.
I respect
PR looks good.
So I have failed to build iOS project. Xcode exited with error 65.
65 is the signing one, the like the build signing.
There is no way you remember this one.
Yeah, I think 65 is like.
There is no way you guys know. There is no way. Just
Man, like too much debugging, I guess.
actually, it wants me to run npx React Native Doctor. Whatever, I'll try.
No, this is the. I think I've added this warning.
Oh, okay. So, what did you run? What command? I think you should run.
Everything is fine in my local environment, so I will just try running once again. Maybe it's because I have to do the start packager first.
We can do like
Address in
iOS.
use. Address in use. That's my favorite. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So this works.
So debug build from the release version works. Nice.
Okay.
You guys
now-
want to know what kind of iOS simulator was booted by default for me now?
Probably iPhone SE.
Yes.
Nice.
This is hilarious.
Shimon has spent too much time in CLI that he knows which simulator gets booted.
Mhm.
by default.
Yeah.
I know he's the one to blame for that madness.
Well,
Actually, Shimon, I was going through CLI commits lately, and I do have some I do have some feedback. We need to change some stuff.
okay. I can't say much, but we are fixing it. It's not released yet, but yeah.
Yeah, you know the weirdest problem I had with the CLI was that I wanted to use some of the great helpers you have, but they are
Yeah.
internal to the CLI, and you use export default.
Yeah.
And you then, what you do is you package it with, I guess, Babel, and you wrap it with the ES interop required default. So basically,
Mhm.
the default export is provided as module exports.default. And then when I import that with BAN, the only way to get it working is to write that module path.default.default.
Mhm. Well,
It's called double wrapping.
I won't say who was set up in this repo. I know the
And
person.
when I was setting up ES modules,
I know.
nobody even dreamt of it. We just got classes, okay?
I'm just kidding, but yeah. The CLI environment should be updated for sure. Yeah, agree.
But the CLI seems broken at the moment anyway for me, because I'm starting the dev server, which is nice, but I have silent build failure, so I'll try to do it.
You can use Xcode.
Exactly.
Then you will see the error.
I like living on the edge.
Yeah, Xcode build.
I'm afraid if I pull up the Xcode, everything will. Yeah, I mean, doesn't really say anything, so I guess I do have to go with the Xcode.
Yeah. And also, I just noticed that we are missing only 5 stars to get to 700.
Yeah,
So-
just tap it on the live. Maybe now we can all tap it.
So we can try to get it to 700.
Yeah.
I can also give a star.
Oskar, you didn't start your thing. What did you do?
Okay, now I also started.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. That's cute of him. He is not, doing any false advertising. It is his project, and he's not starring it.
Yeah.
No, now I started. So we are only 4 stars short.
So, are we still trying to debug this padding
Yes.
issue?
Yeah.
Yes. It takes ages to build.
We will see. My Xcode is building right now.
But it's only on
On-
Android.
Yeah, no. Are you kidding me right now? Jesus Christ. I'm
But-
not even going that route. But hey,
Maybe
maybe there is maybe some easy task I can take. If not, that would be
There
bad.
must be. There must be.
Yeah, you can try a different one. For example, this one. Okay, wait.
Oh,
Oh, there is the error message. Okay.
yeah,
We'll
I can
see
look
later.
at this one. Yeah.
You can try maybe this one, iPadOS sidebar items clicker navigation. So if you have an iPad simulator, you can try that.
Okay.
if you already have, you know,
I
Xcode and
mean,
everything.
that
If
is
you are-
that is an overestimation for sure. I'm just halfway through the build process. Luckily for me, I'm used to it because I remember last month or 2 months ago I was working on one Nitro feature with Mark Rusavi, and he was going crazy because he was trying to find a issue inside the Swift interop. He believed it was a issue with the interop, and every time to see the changes, he would have to wait for like 2-3 minutes for the build to complete, and it would keep
Oh,
failing for like half a day, and he would go so crazy, like he just couldn't even think about it. He luckily fixed it, but the build issues at the very end are super annoying. Like you wait, and then immediately,
Was it like one line change to fix it?
I don't even know. It was just something like some pointer issues and memory
Yeah.
management. So it's pretty crazy. Like with the yeah. Yeah, Mark. Actually, I promised to call him into it. I mean, you know what's funny? I used to do those lives, like 2 years ago. I used to do those live streams like every day for like 3-4 hours. So if I can get back to this and somehow fix my setup, maybe then we can invite him soon. And you know what's funny? I'm building through Xcode and it works.
nice.
Really?
Explain this to
So
me. Like, what is even going on?
So that's
maybe
probably
it's because of
Xcode.
test app. I don't know.
Maybe it's Xcode build thing because like the CLI to run builds, it's called Xcode build, and
It
it's
works beautiful. It works beautiful. What is this native button showing? Okay,
Oh,
you're
in
playing around with
those.
stuff. Let me steal the screen. See, people are calling to the studio.
yeah.
Let them in.
Is it Mark
Oskar,
Savvy?
tell me, what is this? What is this native button here? Like I'm here
You
for the
can
very
click it,
first time.
and now it's switching to JavaScript stack.
Why would
from
I
native
want
to
this?
JavaScript to test it? If you are like if everything works well with native stack and JavaScript stack.
But isn't bottom tab say native library?
Yeah, like it is, but it's the native React Native screens native stack and JavaScript stack. So like it tests the integration of React Native bottom tabs either with React Native screens or just the
See,
JavaScript stack.
I like this very, very tiny scale, 0.98 to like 1. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
But
it's
how do I go back to the home screen?
yeah, you have to
Reload probably. Command D.
scroll.
Where is the back button?
Yeah, it's the example without back button.
It's the one. Okay,
Maybe you can just reload or
that's fine. The
it's
benefits of
like,
React Native. Okay, I'll put you back in the spotlight.
but it's good that it works for you.
Yeah. So tell me, what can I do? I would like to do a contribution this time without AI, hopefully. How is the native code looking like? I see you have some Swift.
Yeah, it's mostly Swift. Yeah, there is one issue on iOS that maybe you can
Which one?
look into. It's bottom fixed container position shifts when presenting model over bottom tabs to be confirmed.
To be confirmed. Perfect. So it's time for the confirmation.
I haven't looked into this yet, so
Okay, I'll pull it up on the side and I'll try to see it if we can get some reproductions going. Thank you for merging my pull request.
you're welcome. Good pull request.
Thank you. The best one, huh? The best one. Is this the Hacktoberfest already going on, or?
It's January.
Shit. Okay, but it's good because I had a bit of a open source contributions gap after New Year's Eve, I was just getting myself back up to speed, and I'm like, okay, today will be the good opportunity. So Shimon, I already did the mine. Now it's your turn as well. You also have to get yourself.
I'm looking at the build logs, the error logs from the first issue, because like the reporter answered, and I'm not sure. Like there is a really strange issue where like there is this class called reusable ID helper from core, and Oskar is calling that instance, but for him that instance doesn't exist.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's the
While you
class?
are at it, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like a list of ZSH plugins or whatever to make it look nice and remove some clutter? Because I feel like
What clutter?
like my terminal is just very ugly. Like the output is.
I think
Oh,
you have
okay.
that files, right? Published.
I
Yeah,
remember
but
there was some.
there is a good tool I have. I don't remember. Oh yeah, it's Starship.
I may have heard about it.
Oh yeah, it's starship.rs, which is written in Rust.
Of course.
And
Of course.
it's pretty cool. Like, it's fast, and like you just install it and you get a pretty nice experience.
Okay, send it over. I'll get it up running. Maybe I can also fix my setup while we're here.
Okay, I will send it to you on Slack.
Thank you. I'm hoping I won't have to change this laptop in like next 5 years.
Yeah, now I'm trying to check whether the issue is maybe with the three dots on the bottom with the system navigation thing, because honestly I haven't been testing with this three dots. So let me check. Maybe it affects the measuring. Where is this option to? Okay, it's here. Okay, gesture navigation.
Oh, and they reproduce the issue with like vertical padding.
Okay, I'm not sure if you've seen this, but
Yeah.
when I switch to free button navigation, okay, now it works. Oh my god, the simulator is so slow. Is this one? Okay, now it works. When I kill the app, go back. Okay, it's broken. When I go to switch to gesture navigation, look, it will fix.
Nice.
Yes. So
how did you fix it?
So yeah, I switched to gesture navigation. What is this two-button navigation? I guess it will be the same, right? How do I go into this switcher?
Maybe you can hold.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Android is complex, I would say. Like you have three options for navigation. Okay, it's the same. So
Some extra space coming from nowhere.
yeah, that's just.
Oh my god!
Android.
You remember this tweet from like yesterday where somebody was like, React Native. What was it like? Was it Mark? It's like
the heat map of React Native agents.
No, the one about like writing iOS apps, like it's writing poor. No, shit. It was just something about like resigning from writing beautiful iOS apps in favor of writing okay Android apps. Something like this. I will try to find it.
I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it either.
Yeah,
Oh,
that means
yes.
good.
Finally, I reproduced this one. Oh, okay.
Now,
So,
how to fix it?
okay, so now, so does it happen every time? Yeah, now I should fix it. Yeah, that.
We have gained 3 followers on Twitch. I'm proud of ourselves.
Nice.
Okay, so sometimes it just shows only the labels, and like I can see it's cut. It's for sure it's cut. It's the measurements that's wrong. Okay, so now free button navigation, tabs example. Okay, and it's cut even more. So it's for sure something with the measurements. Okay, let me now try to install React Native edge to edge and see. And I think I should add it here. And I should add config. I don't remember how it was. React Native edge to edge. Oh, there is a parent team. We have to use material free. Because I'm not sure if you know that bottom tabs also support material too if somebody is into the old design. But yeah, I think most people are switching to material free.
I'm reading the description of the issue. Let's see. Let's see what's up.
Okay, so if the installation of React Native edge to edge fixes it, then it means, oh, interesting. Ghosty just froze.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. It
I quickly looked at the Paceman repo and
oh yeah, it fixes it. Damn. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, now it's brilliant.
Nice.
Yeah, like even on startup, it works.
But the guy
As it
from
should.
the vertical space is using React Native edge to edge.
Yes, and he said that the issue is now fixed. But I still wasn't able to reproduce this one, extra vertical padding. So
Yeah, I was able actually.
oh, you were okay.
Yeah, I have it running.
So the first part of the issue, tab labels flicker, is fixed. It should be released. But disappear on initial render. This should be fixed. This is only fixed when you are running with React Native edge to edge, as you can see. And then the So I think why it works. Let's check the Android source code. Yeah. Okay, I'm on main. I'm not on main. Okay, so here when we are running with edge to edge, I have this check. I'm adding an additional insets on the bottom. But I don't understand like why it's not working without edge to edge, which is just weird. Okay, navigation bar inset. Yeah, so the way it works now is that we get the bottom inset. So like the height of this thing at the bottom, and I think maybe this doesn't work when there are 3 dots because they are too big.
Hey Oskar, in this issue with the scroll and model, do you know, or do you have an idea what is the library that this guy is using for displaying the models? Is this the React navigation stuff, or?
Yeah, I think it's the React navigation. I'm trying to. Isn't there like an example? Yeah, there is. But yeah, it's not helpful.
Yeah, it does not have it. Okay, I'll try. I'll try with the React navigation.
Yeah, it was like a weird shifting to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect that it's because so there is like a built-in behavior of the bottom tabs on iOS when you have a scroll view and it's inside of the container that contains bottom tabs. Like it automatically shifts the scroll view to add more padding at the bottom, and I think this now like works against the built-in thing.
Yeah, but he is pushing a new screen on top with the model representation. And in that screen, he has a scroll view, but he has no tabs.
Yes, but I think
He's
like
pushing that over.
yes, that's true. But I think that he like it somehow detects, the bottom tabs underneath.
Okay, I'll try to put just some random.
Maybe if there is like a native primitive, I think in the latest React Native screens they've added native models.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this, because if there is a native screen pushed on top, then it should ignore it. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's also a weird issue. Okay, so just install React Native edge to edge and it's fixed.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to check why it's not reproducible in my example app. This would be probably the first question. Let me try to build the example app.
Shimon, your keyboard is crazy.
Thank you. Yeah.
So here is a link to the output. So what have you found, Shimon, about this? Have you
I've reproduced it with with this one, like there is he's calling, actually you are calling that instance on the class called, let me see real quick, on class called
Image
it's like,
source.
yeah, image source Kotlin 74th line, and for him that instance doesn't exist. So this class doesn't exist.
74 resource
Yeah.
drawable ID helper.
And it comes from core, right?
Yeah, it's package image helper. Resource drawable ID helper. Let's see. Yeah, I can see it's widely used. It's even
And-
used in Expo.
But what if you do that instance?
You mean that instance?
I mean, in grep, if you add that instance, it should be, but
Yeah.
yeah.
It's actually from Expo image, this snippet.
Interesting.
Yeah.
By the way, if someone doesn't know the tool, it's grep that app. It's really useful when you are trying to find a code snippet of something, and it's really, really fast to check something out real quick.
Yeah, I use it all the time. Grab that app. It's very useful. Okay, let's see. Okay, I haven't started Metro.
Yeah, it's great for native modules where you basically don't have docs. Yeah, correct.
Oh, so I have React Native Edge to Edge installed in my example app. Now I realize. Let's change this.
So this is working just fine. The position absolute bottom 0 in my reproduction, but I don't think the guy is using the React navigation sheet because that doesn't just look like it. That might be the other one. You know which one? The one everybody's using.
The one from Gorham?
Yes, I think that's potentially the one. It just doesn't look like it. I can show you really quickly if you want.
Yeah, I think my camera froze. I would try.
Yeah.
Let me just clean up some stuff right here, but so here is the deal.
Did you actually switch the screens or?
I will. I'm just going to choose the right screen now.
Gotcha.
See. So here is the guy's video. Right? So this is not it. But you can see clearly when animation ends, it drops the frame. So the one I have here is just the React navigation one. And here you see on the bottom, there is absolutely positioned button and this just doesn't break. So I think, it's clearly not this one. So what I'll do now is I'll migrate over to that one on the left, and then we will see if we can get this reproduced.
Yeah, hopefully.
Sounds,
Yeah, but it's
sounds like
getting
a good plan.
interesting at the intersection of two different native libraries.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Gorkom package is not native, so maybe that's why. But
Yeah, that's actually true.
Interesting. It looks very nice though. You know, all you have to do is
yeah,
slap some blurring and gray colors, and it looks very native. Okay, so I'll give it back to you, and I'll keep on trying. Is there any other? Is there any other bottom top package? I don't think so. I may have heard about one a while ago, but
about bottom tab package.
yeah, there
Or
is no
well,
navigation, so I'll just go with this one, I guess.
Okay.
yeah, for this vertical padding issue, I have updated the package and it's still there. So if you have some time, you can also jump into this one.
Okay.
And also only release ping. Only release ping.
Okay, only on release. Huh.
Modes, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting that Android differs so much on debug and release.
Yeah. I'll
Maybe
try it.
because it's loading from Metro on debug, and like the measurements are happening later, but
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Because in debug, actually, it's not the first screen, maybe.
Yeah,
Because like there is this loading
it
screen with
has
the
more time.
indicator. Yeah.
Maybe it's a race condition if it's different between those two. Yeah, maybe that might be a good guess. Now I'm trying to remove React Native H2H from my example app. Okay, no, it's still not removed. It's still not removed. I think I can just change the theme. So it's here. Okay, let me just try to uninstall the package. Okay, now resync. You'll see. Okay, it's removed from here, so now fingers crossed. Oh, interesting. When there's edge to edge, the tampers, the errors from React Native are very far at the bottom. Okay, I'll start.
Remove basically all props and scheduling build one more time. Let's see.
Okay, now it's removed. But it's working fine. Interesting. So it's only happening in release. Okay. Let me try to do release of my example app.
Oh, we lost Mike.
Oh, okay. I hope he'll be back, as he's the only one that can actually stop the stream.
Yeah, if not, we'll be streaming whole night.
Okay, I want to...
I removed all the props from the placement reproducer, and the issue is still there.
Okay. So we'll probably, like, I hope most of the issues will be fixed by my refactor, but at least now I know that they're actually valid ones, and this is also important.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we can, exclude the ones that are not happening, but it looks like most of them are happening.
Yeah.
Interesting that Mike found that this one is not happening with the native, with the navigation, React navigation models. So maybe we can suggest this as a resolution for this issue. But yeah, okay. Let me try build variants and release.
By the way, did you thought about making like public roadmap for features? Because I see that there are some features created as an issues, but maybe creating a discussion or roadmap would be.
Yeah, there is no roadmap, but issues like discussions have ideas category, and there are new feature requests.
Oh, nice.
Inside of there, so.
And some of them are pretty active, like some comments from the community. Nice.
Yeah, so there is a lot of work to implement all of those. First, we have to fix and like merge this refactor since it's going to change a lot. If you haven't seen, so this is the refactored version, which
I'm
supports page transitions.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. We were worried that you'll leave us.
Yeah, I heard it. I mean, that would be pretty hilarious because somebody gotta, put this down eventually.
Yeah, exactly. Stream there. Stream for the whole night.
It's not happening in the example app. Even without.
What is this? That was an interesting bug.
Which one?
I mean, I don't see any tabs at all now. I think I may have missed some stuff.
Oh, this one.
You mean icons or?
Yeah, there are no icons because I've built the example app and React Native test app doesn't bundle. Yeah, Burak is using React Native test app and it doesn't bundle the images by default. And yeah, the release build with React Native test app is not the best, I would say, experience, as you have to build the JavaScript bundle yourself. And so yeah, but it's not happening inside of the example app. I wonder if it's only happening on Expo. Maybe this is also some kind of direction to check. I wonder why the refactored branch is not showing up when I release the package.
Maybe.
Or maybe, Burak, you have figured out how to do release builds with a React Native test app, but I haven't.
Oh no.
You are not using. Okay.
Maybe you can switch just the branch for the refactor one to see if it works at all.
Yeah, so
Maybe
if
that's
I
nice.
switch to the refactored one, okay, let's see. Let's rebuild. Yeah, it works. Here, at least. And it has this animation now.
And it's New York or an old one?
Yeah, it's old architecture. Maybe I can switch to new architecture, fix it, and so it will do something at least.
Yeah.
I will
It's called
finish
something because, yeah.
the refactor. Okay. New are Gradle.properties. Okay.
I'm not using it anymore. I just read this one. So cool.
Yeah.
Oh well. Is there any deep down in this shit? I'm hoping I can wrap up the bottom.
Yeah, the bottom padding issue.
That's why you need to post a reproducible example all the time, no matter what. As a
Yeah.
matter of good practice.
Yeah. As the guy from Paceman. Vertical
pretty
padding
helpful.
thing.
This also should be a minimal reproducible example. Like if you paste your whole app, it's not too helpful, but it's better than nothing. Okay, there is a compilation error as expected. Let's see. Okay. We have to import those two new things. Okay, and all of this is now not required. And view on native. So now there will be a native layout listener. And we have to dispatch a new event. Okay.
So after 2 hours actual coding part.
Yeah. So we can take a look at the diff of my changes for old architecture and then bring it to the new one. There's an open PR.
Ooh, I don't have React Native Reanimated installed.
Okay, this is the same as tab view manager for old architecture. What have changed? Okay, so I added on native layout. And then I need all of those functions here as well. Okay, I will add them here. And this now needs to be, so there's a simple view manager. So this like doesn't accept chilled views. And now after the refactor, we have to change to a view group manager. So if you want to have your component accept children, it should be a view group manager. Okay, and let's remove the imports. This can be also removed. All of those methods, and now we don't need to measure anything. But I'm pretty sure this will fail without the measurements for now. So I will just do width and height.
Shimon, by the way, don't you have the party at school in like next month?
No. I'm not in the final year this year, so in next year. But yeah, I will have.
That doesn't mean you cannot go, if you know what I mean. You can always go, right?
Yeah, true. But
I thought I mean you're 18, right? So I thought
yes,
that is the final year. Did that change?
no, because I went to technical one, like technicum. So yeah. But the fun fact is that the place it will that this event will take place is the Stara Zajezdnia. So for some of you, you may
Exactly.
know this place from UpJS Conf. So yeah.
This is ridiculous. It's so funny
Yeah,
that
the same venue.
so Krakow does really have just one venue.
Yeah, the best one. Yeah, I've looked.
Creative worklet.
Oh no. I've looked into other issues and I've picked the move bar tint color to be defined on tab bar style. It sounds pretty simple, like from the
This is
description.
my issue.
Yeah. It should be rather easy refactor.
Okay. I think removing this should fix the crash. As we now don't need any of the custom C++ shadow nodes after the refactor, which is good because it's less maintenance.
Nice. I'm looking for the code, and Oskar, you don't have like tab bar style at all in bottom tabs,
No,
the
no,
object. Okay. So the goal is to move like rest of the props there to tab bar style.
I think on the background color for now. So this can be, I think, like purely a JavaScript change. We can just reshuffle the JS API and use the same prop
on native side.
In native side, and then it can be refactored. That
Gotcha.
It's the most important thing.
Let me do it.
Oh, it's still crashing. Why is this crashing? What is shadow node exactly? Good question.
The shadow node.
Yeah. It is like an underlying it's an underlying node that's responsible for sizing the views on the native side. So it's like first it's calculated, it's width and height, and then it's applied to the actual node. So it's a complex topic. And why is it crashing? Okay, let's see. It's a pretty big crash. React text view, surface mounting manager. Okay, let's try it. Yeah, it exists for yoga. Yeah. That's, as you can see here, for example, the measure function I had. For example, it had like width mode, which is, I think, I'm not sure what it is now. Yeah, it is like the yoga sizing method, and like when you can
Yoga.
measure something.
I did spend some time debugging yoga, which is pretty interesting that it has its own tree, and it is very hard to combine that tree with Swift layouts, for example, because you need
Yeah.
references. But once you do it, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I think that the yoga tree is constructed out of shadow nodes, basically.
Mm-hmm.
No, not basically, but yeah. It is constructed. Okay, so something is wrong with this. What did I change? Let's revert those changes and try to build it now.
Are you like using core bases?
Using what?
Cursor on a daily basis?
Yes. I have crossed the bridge. Right now, I cannot even set up reanimated, so I'm struggling because I clearly do have an issue with the bubble plugin, but I set it all up already. I reset cache. Or maybe I used the wrong command. Let's see.
So maybe you can just try to recheck the video that it's working and suggest to use.
You know what's the problem? The problem is that yarn run does not pass custom options to the underlying process. So now I run it with npx, and I did pass the reset cache flag myself. Let's see if that helps.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, in the bottom tabs by default there is just one. There is just one plugin. So at least, okay, that was it. So you see, that's pretty interesting. When you run yarn start dash reset cache. So normally with npm double - would mean that everything after goes to the script. With yarn, it doesn't work. I'm not using yarn on a daily basis. So with npx, it does work. And something is showing. So this showing signs of hope.
Cursor is really good at refactors. I've changed the prop name and the type of it, and I'm just going through files and clicking tab.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I use it for data migrations, for example. It is pretty cool. So I've been migrating Markdown I've been migrating Markdown files from one system to another, and that's 250 Markdown files. And I've been using
Cool.
courses with them with the agent mode, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
But yeah,
And Oskar, for someone who is using Barking color directly, we should probably create some warning, right? Or you
Yeah.
just delete the prop.
Yeah, you can just delete the prop, and yeah, I think this should be a breaking change, and then in the next release, in the next big release, I will.
Okay, so I will remove it and without a warning, so it will be a.
Yeah, it's one prop. Okay. So I need to opt out of using like custom shadow nodes. So this is probably the thing that I need to do to make it not crash. Let's see. Maybe now CodeGen won't be happy about this change, but we will see. Yeah, now CodeGen is not happy. Like, all of this can now be removed. Common React. Yeah, so here we have just new architecture, old architecture, and the implementation files. Yeah, let's try to resync it again.
Okay. So.
Okay.
I've made the change, and now I will copy a command from Mike. So let's see if it works.
which command?
To build an Android app, because like I didn't build it because I was working.
I don't know. This bottom sheet stuff is really annoying.
Yeah, so maybe we can just suggest the issue creator to use.
I have to figure where to actually render it. Like, just find a good place for it.
Yeah, I think some kind of cache is now stopping this from working. How was the clean cache? Clean project. And I think like we can finish soon. Not sure what you think about this, but
I'm finishing my contribution.
How is the Gorham also has tabs that are pretty similar to yours?
not really.
Really?
Yeah, React Native animated tab bar.
Isn't that a wrapper for JS tabs to make it work with some animation?
Yeah, it is. It is not a native solution.
Oh yeah, it's
nice.
pretty cool. Like there are a lot of tabs, JS tabs.
Oh. Yeah. 1935 in Gorham.
Sorry?
In which repo? That's Burak's issue, huh?
I know that Greg has some funny story. No, maybe not funny, but a lot of troubles with fighting with keyboards and all these kind of layouts things.
Yeah. I see Burak's having fun with the Stalebot right there. Yeah. I think I will leave it as is, and I will ask the guy to provide reproduction, because with the bottom tabs, there is so many ways this can go that I'd rather have the actual code example of him using the bottom sheet before I go into debugging.
Yeah.
After I do this, I'm going to move towards merging PRs in the AI packages, which I will be proud to do off screen.
Okay, CodeGen is now not working after I removed all of this.
Okay, I'm gonna assign myself and just wait for the guy to answer. Hopefully he does that soon. But at least today I fixed my Ruby setup. And you know, I don't have good I have good and bad news for you guys. Because the bad news is that, as it always goes on live streams, the sad story is that the longer you stream, the better. Like, I remember when I would stream for like an hour, that was okay, but when I would stream for like 5 hours,
Yeah.
that's when
Maybe we can schedule 5-hour stream next time.
Man, I don't know what we're gonna do. Like for the 5 hour long stream, the only way this can go, and maybe we should do it, is just we are just working and maybe not even talking. You know what I mean? Doing our stuff, and if anybody has a question, we can chat, because otherwise I don't know what we're gonna do. Like
learning Vim, maybe.
I mean that one I'm actually going to go and schedule if but first let me check with Burak because he's watching. The next live stream we were going to do about WebAssembly, but I think we may have a little delay. So in case that is the case, I will just write next one, which we will call Vim class.
Vim class, nice. They should do once in school.
And you know which one I always wanted to try? The vertical keyboard, the split keyboard. That you type it like this. You know?
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Burak has one. I think.
Really?
Or maybe he has a really strange looking one.
That might be a bit too much. But
yeah, he has a split keyboard. Okay, I will stop sharing my screen.
Yeah, I just created my peer.
Oh, did you?
Nice.
Let's go and see. Just so wrap up. You have
it's a small one. I didn't test it because like my app is building, so I promise I will test it. But yeah, it's a JS only thing, so it's a small one.
Oh, that is a nice view. Pretty nice. See.
Yeah.
So what did you do? Why did you pick this? Why did you pick so easy one? I was struggling with the bottom sheet for 2 hours, and you just casually new feature. What I got.
Well, Issue is an issue. Yeah, I was playing with the build issue for 1.5 hours, so at the end I picked the easy one. So yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. You have to test it though.
Yeah, it's building. Like the Android app is building, so yeah, I will let you know after the stream.
That's a smart way to say it.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, it looks good.
Okay. I mean, we did like 2. How to try that?
2.5 hours.
Yes.
Nice.
I mean, the time goes pretty quickly.
Yeah, time flies.
That's crazy. I mean, that's fun. We're making progress because the last time we did not do any coding. This time we did have the coding. Maybe in 2 more streams we'll get to the place where we can genuinely live stream and feel like we are actually doing same stuff as we would off screen without spending some time with
Yeah.
stuff.
Overall, 2 PRs created.
Yes, I mean mine. I actually did, but mine's waiting for the guys to respond. I'll keep the branch with the code, and I do have nice terminal set up, Ruby fixed, and some other stuff set up in place as well. So, and we have 355 people for now, but still pretty good number, I guess, for the second stream. So we are making progress. I like
Amazing.
that. Cool. Any last words, final words from you guys?
Yeah.
Thanks
Thank you,
for
Burek.
helping me with the library.
It was a pleasure.
To see each other on the next stream.
Yes. I was to say send donates, but we don't have the widget and there is no way to do it. So anyway, yeah, that's cool. Maybe next time we can pick another library. Like, I was thinking maybe people could suggest where we can go and what we can fix, since we have skills from all different parts of the stack. But yeah. Anyway, cool. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Oskar. Thank you, Shimon, for joining. Thanks to everybody for spending afternoons and mornings with us. 2 hours and a half of nice time. Till the next time.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Thank you.
See ya.